Goongala everybody, today we're taking a look at the Mezco exclusive Casey Jones. This is the Casey Jones that goes with those Mezco turtles that I haven't reviewed yet, so this would be the chance to do it. Let's take a look at the box. We get some of that Casey Jones comic book artwork from the original Eastman and Laird turtles. Get that little golden seal for the Mezco exclusive, which is dumb that this is a Mezco exclusive and was really hard to get. So there's a bunch of people out there with the Mezco turtles that aren't gonna have a Casey Jones. Sorry. Just watch this video and pretend. Side of the box, we get some more artwork from the original Mirage comics. I really love this red and gray Casey Jones with the gold in the background. That's an awesome image. Back of the box, another awesome image from the comic. I think I'm gonna say awesome image one more time because there's another awesome image on this side right here. So on each side of the box, you get a different image of Casey Jones, which is awesome. Even on the top, check that out. That's a pretty cool looking image from the panel. Bottom of the box, you get this little warning. It's not toys for children. It's intended for adult collectors only. Ha! Take that, everybody who laughs at collectors. It's for adults. But first, I gotta get you to say those two magic words.
Oh, baby.
All right, so here's everything out of the box. Not exactly out of the packaging because Mezco does a great job of packaging things together, just kind of organizing, as you can see here. So it's easier for me to do the review like that instead of like taking every little individual thing out because I ain't gotta put it away. I ain't got time for that. If you can see my room right now, they're just boxes of stuff that hasn't been put away from like videos from like 2 months ago. But as always with Mezco, we get some instructions. An extra pair of instructions on how to assemble this goalie glove, which I didn't even know that came in. So I'm excited to check that out. We'll check that out a little bit later. Because here we have a display stand, which has some plastic on it. Now, even though on the outside of the box, the Casey Jones was more of like the Mirage comic, this Casey Jones really looks like that original 1987 cartoon Casey Jones. So it's kind of cool. You get a nod to like both of the 80s eras, depending upon which one was your favorite. But it's a really nice stand. It's a nice maroon red. Like, it's a great design. If you've seen the Mezco review before, then you've seen the stand. You get the thing, you put it on the thing, and then you get the thing, and it holds the thing together. And then another thing, you get this Ziploc baggie to put all the extra stuff and hands and stuff in here. As you can see here, all the hands and stuff are like their little separate plastic cases. So you can just take the hands out and put them back in there. I just kind of like leaving it in the box. But what I don't like leaving in the box is the figure itself. Let's take a look at this lazy bum with his sweatpants. Fighting crime in sweatpants. I guess I just never thought about it. Casey Jones is always in sweatpants, even in the movies. Like, this figure really pointed that out to me because I was like, oh, I don't want a figure with sweatpants. I'm in sweatpants. I guess I could relate to it. I don't want my toys to look like me. They're supposed to be superheroes, not just a dude in sweatpants. And actually, for these being sweatpants, they don't look too baggy. Like, there's a borderline to where these could have been too baggy and like too weird. They actually look pretty good on here in hand. The boots look awesome on this figure. Very nice detail. It would something I would rock, actually. Those are pretty nice boots. This denim jacket has a little bit of frill around here for the arms. And that's something we could talk about, is these arms. Usually Mezco does good with their soft goods and their figures to like kind of hide all the joints, especially with like that Mezco Batman that I got. It's all one suited body. But unfortunately, since he does have sleeveless arms, it's kind of hard to hide these little joints that are right here on the shoulder or on the elbow. So that does kind of mess with the aesthetics of the figure. But I mean, it still has that awesome Mezco articulation. The paintwork and detail on this thing are pretty great. All these veins that are coming through here on the forearm. This is a very rocker 1980s Casey Jones. I don't know if this face matches any of the panels of Casey Jones without a mask. I'll Google it later and do a comparison. But usually Mezco isn't good at like just regular faces without masks, but they do great on comic books. So this is their own interpretation of it, and it's really good. Especially the fact that it's supposed to be realistic but still comic booky. It's a good mixture for Mezco. Love the mullet look. Really capture that from the comic book. Bleed it into this jacket, which I mean has the little buttons on here, the sewing, like the soft goods is awesome. Like, it's pretty cool. But I'm worried about these little frays on the side here. If those could untangle and come apart, that could be a problem in the future. But for now, it's just cool. Same thing with his drawstring. I hope that doesn't come apart at any point. Even so much to put attention to detail on the bottom of the shoes with like the threads of the shoes, or the treads, or bottom of the shoe, whatever you call it, the treads. Like, I don't talk about the bottom of shoes too much. So the thing on the thing that you put the thing and the thing on your foot, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Hey, let's take a look at these alternative heads. They come in this little plastic that's noisy and probably annoying right now that as I'm talking. Here we have the head sculpt with Casey Jones mask. I love these wide eyes that are on here, how it's really like molded to look like it's indented. There's dark shading on there, so it doesn't look like the eyes are just connected to the mask. They look like their own separate thing, which is really cool. Once again, we get a closer look at the hair and that mullet with the nice details for the hair. You got the mask coming around there, which is really awesome. Looks even better on the figure. And then we got this second head, which is a damaged mask Casey Jones. Maybe he got in the fight with Shredder. Shredder clawed him in the face. I don't know, but this looks really awesome. If you watch this channel before, you know I love line work and detail on figures. The line work and detail on this mask is just so cool. They did a really good job with things. Switching out the heads is really pretty easy. Pops up, pops on. You see how easy that was? That was just like, that was like butter. Accessories like this thingamajiggy, I don't know what it's called. I'm assuming it's a hockey pad, but whatever it is, it has great detail. Check that out, that leather brown that's on there. Even right here, there's the red leather on here. There's really details inside, like the molding of like scratches, some paint work on here. It really looks weathered and used. I mean, there's even like little band-aid stitching pads on here. Like, I don't know, it's just really cool looking. And if you see here, there's slots to fit in the joints. So this is probably what these instructions are for putting together that pads. We'll take a look at that here in a second after we take a look at the rest of the accessories that we need to even do that. Like this glove here, nice brown detail on here, very good paintwork, very realistic, and it'll end up like matching up with this thing this way, or whatever, however we put that together. Those two things go together. And then for the other hand, you get this other hockey glove looking thingy that you can put on Casey Jones, putting the big end up top here for the forearm to get that peg sticking out. And then you get this little white glove. And there you go, you got the white glove on them. Same thing with this thing, you slide it up on the forearm as far up as you can get it. You want to leave a little bit of that peg sticking out. You get this brown glove, slide it on there. There you go, you got Casey Jones a little bit more decked out with those pads. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Maybe it'll look better once we have the other accessories on here. Accessories like this golf bag, brown leather golf bag with some wear and tear on it and some weathering stitching on here. These little pockets don't open up to put anything in there, but I'm not sure that it would even if they did. Golf bag is gonna be awesome because it's gonna hold things like this hockey stick that's right here. Nice details on this hockey stick, great wrapping. If you've had a Casey Jones figure before, you've seen it. Okay, this is probably not a hockey stick. I don't know what this is. Goalie stick? Goalie? I don't know what this is. This is a hockey stick, and you get nice wash paint over this thing. I mean, it looks realistic enough. Like, it looks realistic, but not realistic. But it's Mezco, so you get great details on here. It looks pretty sweet. And we'll move on, because I definitely know what this is, and it's a cricket thingamajiggy. Because of the movie, remember, it was like, cricket? Who played cricket? Which if you take a look at this wooden cricket paddle thingy, great details even in like the scuffs that's on here. The molding, the grain looks really sweet, man. Take a look at that. Because this little baseball bat looks awesome too. Very realistic in the grain. All the scuffs that are on here, so it makes it look like he's used it in battle already. And we get another smaller wooden bat, which same thing, great detail. This is actually like a broken bat, which is pretty cool to have, like that added little detail or a little broken bat that, hey, he's not wasteful, he's not gonna throw it away. You can still beat somebody over the head with this. So crack a bat, still useful. Now enough about wooden stuff. Let's look at some metal pieces or aluminum pieces, like this aluminum bat, metal bat, whatever. It's all chinked up from battle. The detail that they put on these things are really awesome. The accessories, I mean, they could have just gave you a solid piece, but they took the time to mold it and put it in there. And last but not least, something that I actually know the name of because I played a lot of mini golf, and that's this putter, golf putter thingy majiggy. Great detail on this too. Great detail on the handles here. Also has a little scuffs. Really cool. As you can see, everything fits into this bag perfectly. There's really no rhyme or reason of how you stick it in there. It's cool to have Casey Jones all put together with all that stuff. It's a lot of stuff for him to hold, so he's gonna need a lot of different hands for that. We have 6 pairs of hands total. Of course, the fist that came on the figure. It gives you a nice look at the gloves that are on here, the detail, skin tone that shines through. You get these 2 open palm hands, which give you better look at the fingers and the detail that they put on that. Another 2 open palm hands where the hands are a little bit more sprayed out. These are gonna be fun to pose with. 2 gripping hands you can use for holding the bats or holding whatever weapons you want to hold. Then you get this hand, which is kind of a curled up like do the karate hand, or you just like angry hand. Then you get this hand with the pointing finger where Casey Jones just talking some smack to you scumbuckets. Now you can't have Casey Jones without his bestie, of course. We have him next to Raphael with that trench coat on, recreating that old 90s look and when they first met and whatnot. And I gotta tell you, the soft goods and the realistic look of it, this looks really awesome together. And you can have him with the rest of the turtles lined up. He looks really awesome with that. This has been a fun review. I finally got to bust out my Mezco Turtles. If you haven't seen any reviews on that, it comes with a ton of stuff. So I don't know if you can use any of the effects that came with those Mezco Turtles on this Casey Jones. If so, I'll put some B-roll in, and if not, then I'll just edit this out or leave it in, whatever. So if you were able to get your hands on this Casey Jones and maybe you haven't got it in yet and just kind of anxious to see what it looks like with the turtles and how good it is, it's really good. Trust me, man, most figures are pretty good in hand compared to what they look like in photography and all that. And sometimes they look more horrible than that either. So it's hard to tell till you get things in hand and play with it. This figure is really awesome. Looks really good next to the Mezco Turtles. What's next in this line? Do we need an April first or do we need a shredder? I would say we need a shredder first. That way they can have somebody to battle. Honestly, this hasn't been my favorite turtle release from this month. If you want to see what that is, you're going to want to watch this video right here with the Stump Wrestling Turtles. If you want to see my review of the NECA Casey Jones, check out this video right here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. We'll see you guys next time.